Next sauce here. This one's not really that hot at all, but
Which
it's
one makes blooper die? I want to see that one.
that
the
one
one at
down
the
there.
very end.
This one.
I don't think I've not had this one yet. I don't believe.
I really like that. It's just a really good flavor. It's a little bit warm, but
Green sauce.
yeah.
You want to get rid of this for me? It just like tickles your nose hairs.
That don't look very green to me, but I'm also colorblind, so
It is very green.
well, you know.
Yeah, that is like putrid green. I forget he's colorblind half the time.
Right.
I am.
It looks like bad baby poop.
So what happened was,
We'll be playing a game, and he's like, I can't see my red dot.
well, see, God just knew I was going to be too powerful, so he had to nerf me.
He gives his strongest battles, or his strongest warriors his best battles, or whatever the saying is. Oh, that looks appetizing.
That one's got a pretty good flavor to it.
I like that one.
All right, so we'll go over with your best memories of airsoft.
Are we including best and worst in this one?
Oh yeah, best and worst. Yeah, sorry. Your best and worst memories of airsoft, regardless if it's like G2 or events or.
I guess I'll start it with my worst memory, and then we'll go into my best memory. So probably, and I was thinking about this on the way over here today. I don't have, like, per se, a lot of bad memories with airsoft. For the most part, it's been pretty smooth sailing. Obviously, you have the random dramas and stuff that happen, but I'm not, like, a big conflict person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind dealing with conflict. I mean, my job dictates that I mostly have to deal with that, but probably my worst memory has to deal with I-70. And I do have some good memories out there, but for the most part it's bad. And probably the worst one was me, Marmar, and Lambert were out there on one off weekend. Like I said before, we're over there, and half the time we're having to run the games because there's no dedicated ref or anything out there. And this group of rentals came up, and there was probably a good 30 people out there that day.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah. And so, you know, with how small that field is, there's a lot of people, and people were calling their hits. People were doing random full autos, and then fights are breaking out, like actual fist fights. So I'm having to intervene and break up fist fights.
And you're there as a player.
And I'm there as a player. I'm not there to actually run anything.
Yeah.
And so the reason I say that's probably my worst memory is here I am, just a random player, wanting to play airsoft, and I'm now having to break up fist fights and having to keep people from hurting each other and breaking the actual law, because I think the cops were actually called that day
Oh wow.
because there were some physical threats made on people's lives and stuff with that. So that was probably one of the last times I ever went to I-70, back before all of G2 was pretty much barred from going. Not from anything of ourselves, but because this landowner doesn't like us. So with looking at that, there's probably some other times where there's like worse memories or things that happen, but it all pretty much surrounds those major issues with violent conflict in airsoft, which I've seen it before at other fields. We've seen it at other events that we've been to, just like random conflicts with people just being idiots. I mean, we're shooting each other with toy guns in the woods half the time.
No, replicas. You can't say.
Or
you can't say
toy
the
replicas.
banned word.
Oh my god!
Right now we can't air this.
Just bleep
we
it.
gotta start all over.
Just
Demonetized.
Start over. Welcome to G2.
Just bleep it. Just put like beep.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I
quack.
get.
A tactical quack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But looking at it and looking back in the past, it all surrounds just those times where there was major issues, major conflicts.
See, when I went to I-70, I don't recall there ever being like any physical violence or anything that happened, but I know there was like some blatant cheating because they didn't ever have a ref out there.
Well,
never.
Right. And the worst part of that specific time, they didn't speak English, those rentals. So it was very difficult to
Yeah, okay.
converse
I think
with
I know
them.
which group you're talking about.
Which we have some people that are like that come out to our field and they're perfectly fine. But just whatever it was with this event specifically, where they weren't understanding the rules or whatever, and then somebody got heated, and it just led to physical altercation. And all I hear over the radio is there's a fight in the woods. So I'm going over to back up one of our guys, make sure he's safe, make sure he's taken care of. And it just led into this whole thing. So then you had me yelling at everybody on the field to stop fighting and this or that.
If you ever had Blooper yell at you, it's still, your ancestors shaking their grave.
Austin Harden told me later on that he'd never heard me yell before, and he was kind of deathly afraid of me at that moment. I'm like, well, it wasn't that bad. But, and then to probably my best memory of Airsoft is probably Explosive Sunset #3. And that was an event that we held, which you can actually see it on the G2 YouTube channel. It's our most viewed video, but you have all the explosives and all the stuff coming around. You had the tower exploding, and just that whole environment that was created there just led to one of the best airsoft games I probably ever played. My brother was there with me. He still talks about it to this day, of running out of the tower as the explosives are going off, but just everything about it led to it being one of my favorite memories of airsoft.
It was a good time that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we only had one issue with one group. They must have missed the part where they weren't allowed to go into the tower or whatever.
What, players not listening to briefing or attack zone? What?
Well, I mean, I feel like it was better back in the day.
Well, that makes sense.
But nowadays,
nowadays it's a lot younger crowd.
They're very visual.
Back then, you had a lot more veterans and like little dads bringing sons, which you still have, obviously, but like.
Yeah, well, I think they more so like to watch a video about what the rules are and stuff rather than reading a text. And not gonna lie, like our tax ops are not like the greatest. There's a lot of stuff in it, and we are going to revamp those. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to redo and make better. We're going to keep improving stuff as time goes on. But like I think we'll have like an open play tax op, and then our events will just build off that. So it'll be like refer to our open play, and then anything in here supersedes that. So this way the tax ops are a lot smaller, condensed.
I've seen other fields do that, and it's really nice.
Well, and a lot of our tax ops kind of reiterate the same thing in multiple different sections. Because airsofters can't read, and so we try and get that point across.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully they read for this one coming up in March.
I'm hoping so. We have a lot of people. We're doing a lot of active stuff in the Discord, which adds to some of like my most favorite memories in airsoft, is like being a part of that and organizing all of those things, because I love being CO. I love dealing with comms. That's one of my favorite parts of airsoft. Yeah. Past few times where we've gone out as like the whole team, I've always been
an event or something.
Tried to be like the comms guy. We did that at AMS at Muscatawk Training Facility.
Yeah,
and those are things that I've experienced that I want other people to experience, because it's really fun.
Yeah, I think comms is a lot of fun because it gives you intel that you can't see yourself. It helps you plan and prep and stuff.
Well, and that's what I came from, as goofy as it sounds, with playing some of those milsim games like Arma, Squad, some of like the old Battlefield milsim groups, based a lot around your comms and how you use them, and that part of it is really appealing to me. So, Trevor.
All right. So worst memory, very similar to bloopers. I-70. As going to back how I started playing, it was my first and only time ever at I-70. First game, we're on the airsoft side. We're not on the paintball side yet. And we go over and I'm playing a game, and kind of like you guys had said, there wasn't really a ref. I don't think. I think it was just a more experienced player. Heck, I might have been one of you guys, for all I know. But, yeah, so went out, and we're playing, shooting, and I was deathly afraid. Like, I've only played in friends' backyards at this point. So I ended up hiding in a corner of one of the bunkers for about 10 minutes, and they had to come look and find me. It was my first and first experience, and not my. It wasn't the best. It was pretty sucky.
I mean, you can shoot across the field to hit anybody.
Yeah, well, it's my first time there, and I'm probably like 12, so I didn't really know.
Well, you're not given any direction.
No, it was just like, here, just go this way, go kind of stand over that direction. So
Yeah,
I haven't really had any bad memories.
learn as you go.
Yeah, that's the only not pleasant one, I guess. I don't know, but the favorite memory was only the first event I went to. Really, the only event so far.
Better be joining G2.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
Nah,
I'm just kidding.
No, my favorite was when we went to Bristol, Black Ops in Wisconsin this past
Yeah,
year.
that's great.
I love that field. That that's. Darren said this, but I want to be them. I want to aspire to be there. They run a smooth ship there.
They got a lot of stuff out there. You know, granted, I think they only have like 70 acres.
They
so
use
less
that
than
land
half of us.
well.
And they built up different sections at a time, and now it's all coming together. And oh man, yeah, they got a really great field.
What Blooper said, they've added some stuff since you've been there last.
Yeah, yeah, they're always adding stuff.
Oh, it's great. But favorite memory from there was just playing at the field, but was our team that went. There's 6 of us, I think. 5 of us. Total?
6 of us.
6 of us. We brought enough pyro to that event to kill a small herd of deer. Like, we probably bought, I don't know, $500 to $700 worth of
There was a lot
of pyro, including tag-ins, EGs, smoke grenades. So we throughout the day we were using them. We're not using them sparingly. Well, we get to the end of the day around 5-6 o'clock when everything's winding down, and we're just throwing them left and right, like onto this one building that's fortified, the bank in the center of town, and we had some kids that were walking by, and we were just handing out grenades to some kids here, some kids there. Like, we were just sharing the wealth, and it was one of those moments that I was like, when I was playing like for the first time, like, you know, when I was younger, it was really cool seeing some of the more experienced players like bring me along with them and show them, like, and I was like, that could have been the kid's first event that he's ever been to, and like I just gave him $50 worth of pyro just to throw at a room full of dudes. So it's like, it's those things that make you want to help run.
Mind you, at that same event, Trevor goes right past some little kid, probably just a little kid, and just shoots him in the back. It's like, and then we hear over comms, I just shot a kid in the back. Like, okay, cool, Trevor.
Yeah,
love him, hate him at the same time.
Yeah, so that was after my second favorite memory, which was when we robbed the bank. Only team to rob the bank during the whole event. Successfully robbed the bank. It was a blast. But we ran out with a bunch of money, and
I was so sad I couldn't go there with you guys that day.
We looted that bank.
We had so many bounties on our head at that event.
They killed us so many times after that, because there was like, this team was out for us, the bank put a hit out on us, like.
Well, and everybody knew who we were, because we're just cosplaying as Lucas Botkins practically at this point. You got the flannels and jeans, so everybody knew those guys over there.
Running around with our creased hats and our Rain energy drinks.
So irritated I didn't get to go with you guys that day.
But back to the bank, we ran out, and our whole thing was like, okay, we robbed him, everyone in here is dead, just don't run, don't make it look suspicious. First thing Marmar does when he leaves the building is sprint towards the wood line. We're like, what are you doing? So we're all running, and there was like a kid kind of following us, so I ended up shooting the kid, just so it was, you know, no witnesses. No witnesses. You take care of the smaller of us, and it's fine. So.
Yeah, it sounded like you guys had a real good time there.
We did. It was pretty fun. It's always fun.
We were communicating really good at that event too.
And that's,
communication was.
I personally think, like, you know, turf wars and stuff like that. Some of our new events that we're planning and working on.
And White Rhino.
White Rhino can meet that same expectation of what we've experienced.
Yeah, just gotta keep building.
Build,
baby, build.
Yeah, this year we don't.
To build the wall.
You know, this year, like the stuff that we're doing with the shop up top, Angie and I are funding, and then, but everything else with the field, it's going to be fun building those buildings down there. So we can get the Middle Eastern part done, we get a bank built, we can get the other areas fixed up and everything. So there should be a lot of money this year going towards that to make the field
Shop
way
is
better.
done. Well, will be done. Is done, whatever. So we don't have to throw money at that anymore.
Yeah. Well, G2's money won't get thrown at it.
Yeah, well, that's
if anything, our money will until next year or whatever, when we can balance things out better. But we got to definitely get the field going so that it's way more enjoyable for more people.
And new, yeah.
All right, you ready for the